Yo, and welcome back. I'm B-rad Fresco, the Jack Pencil, and this is Dungeon Doodles, where I doodle dungeons. But today, I'm going to be doodling some homebrew monsters. The Dragonflower and the Feywild Riddlewing. Two monsters I homebrewed up myself. One's a colossal carnivorous plant, and the other one's a huge fey owl-like creature. And as always, we got DJ Loke Dizzle providing the music for us. Check him out at reverbnation.com/lokedoutrecords1. Check out his music. He's got some good beats. Hopefully you enjoy it while I draw these monsters out. Let's get into it. The Dragonflower is an astonishing botanical spectacle, a colossal carnivorous plant that strides through the wild with an otherworldly blend of grace and danger. Its enormous petals, resembling the majestic wings of a dragon, unfold with vibrant colors, creating a captivating display of false beauty. The central bud is adorned with scales reminiscent of a dragon's hide, and a massive tooth-lined maw is poised to snap shut an unsuspecting prey. This botanical behemoth emanates an aura of primal power, blending the elegance of dragons with the inherent danger of the natural world. As it moves, the dragonflower's petals undulate, creating an illusionary dance that mesmerizes onlookers. Despite its seemingly delicate appearance, this plant harbors a deadly bite and a botanical breath capable of unleashing destructive force upon its foes. Alright, you can see it taking shape now. Decided to give it some thorns along its body. Made sure I had those giant wing-like flower petals in there and a massive flower bud-like mouth. Kinda almost Mario style. But yeah, why don't I tell you a bit about the Dragonflower? A huge plant, obviously unaligned, doesn't good or bad, it's just a plant. But gave it a natural armor class of 16. Gonna be strong with 22, dexterity of 14, constitution of 18. Not smart though, intelligence only 2, charisma 8, wisdom's 12. I obviously gave it vulnerable to fire, as it is a plant. It's got blind sight though. It doesn't have any eyes, but being a plant and either its roots into the ground or however you want to flavor text that, it's got blind sight for, what did I give it here, 90 feet. No languages, as again, it is a plant, unless you cast Speak with Plants. You can do. I threw it in at a challenge level of 9. Giving it some false beauty. The Dragonflower exudes an enchanting aura. Creatures that start their turn within 30 feet of the Dragonflower must succeed on a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or be charmed for 1 minute. A charmed creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a success. If a creature's saving throw is successful or the effect ends for it, the creature is then immune to the Dragonflower's false beauty for the next 24 hours. I gave it a immutable form. The Dragonflower is immune to any spell or effect that would alter its form. And regrowth. The Dragonflower regains 10 hit points at the start of each of its turn, unless it takes fire damage. And then if it dies, if you drop it below 0, it doesn't keep healing like a troll would. It dies, it dies. Gave it a multi-attack, bite, and 2. It can do a bite attack and 2 with its tendrils. Its bite will do 2d8 plus 6 if it hits. And then you are grappled, obviously, and it can then swallow you if it does another bite attack and hits. But I gave it a tendril attack with its kind of root-like appendages and tendrils it can maybe lash out with. 2d6 plus 6 slashing damage. And obviously a breath weapon. It's not a dragon, it is a plant, but gotta give it a breath weapon. The Dragonflower exhales a burst of pink spores in a 30-foot cone. Each creature in that area must make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw, taking 36 8d8 poison damage on a failed save or half on a successful one. I actually have in one of my campaigns a character that kind of wandered off on his own doing a little side quest in the Feywild and entered a little flower forest and got charmed by the creature, by the Dragonflower, before he even knew what it was, and got swallowed up. And I think he's got, one more round before the stomach acid damage will finish him off, so we'll see how he gets out of that one. Maybe the DM will save him. I don't think so, though. And there you have the Dragon Flower. My first attempt at drawing it. I'm satisfied, but I'll probably do another attempt later on. But let's get into my next monster, the Feywild Riddlewing. The Feywild Riddlewing is a magnificent and mysterious creature, resembling a colossal owl with a serpentine, feather-covered body that undulates with sinuous grace as it moves throughout the moonlit forests of the Feywild. Its wingspan is vast, and its eyes gleam with an otherworldly intelligence, betraying the cunning and wit that lie within. This enigmatic creature is not merely a predator, but also a seeker of knowledge and mysteries. It roams the Feywild in search of intriguing puzzles and riddles, often engaging unsuspecting travelers in conversation. Those who can entertain or enlighten the Feywild Riddlewing with their words may find themselves spared, but those who fail to satisfy its curiosity are swiftly met with aggression. The Feywild Riddlewing is known to dwell in hidden groves and shadowed glens deep within the heart of the Feywild, a labyrinth of twisting paths and enchanting illusions designed to disorient and confuse intruders. Disorient, and confuse intruders. Within this realm of shifting dreams, the Feywild Riddlewing holds court, surrounded by treasures of forgotten lore and the echoes of countless conversations. If you can tell, this one was highly inspired by Avatar: The Last Airbender, when they go into that temple hidden in the sand and they meet that one owl spirit that has all the knowledge. Definitely was inspired by this. As you can tell by some adventure hooks I have prepared for this one. You can do the Lost Scholar. A renowned scholar has gone missing in the Feywild, rumored to have been lured into the clutches of the Feywild Riddlewing. The party is tasked with rescuing the scholar and uncovering the secrets hidden within the creature's lair. Or you could do the Riddle of the Feywild. A powerful artifact lies hidden within the Feywild, guarded by the Feywild Riddlewing. To claim the artifact, the party must first outwit the cunning creature and solve the mysteries of its domain. Or the Pact of Knowledge, I call it. Desperate for answers, a group of Fey creatures seeks to strike a deal with the Feywild Riddlewing, offering knowledge and secrets in exchange for its aid. The party must decide whether to assist the Fey or thwart their plans before the balance of power in the Feywild is irrevocably altered. Blue marker's starting to die on me, and I'm not happy with this version, so starting over again, from the top, let's go. And I've given you a good description of him, told a bit about how he acts, and some plot hooks, how you could use them. Why don't I give you his stats now? The Feywild Riddlewing is a huge Fey, chaotic neutral. He's got an armor class of 15, so he's not too hard to hit. Does have 136 hit points though, or else you can roll for 13 d12 plus 52. He can move 40 feet, fly 60 feet. Strength is 18, Dex 16, Constitution 18, Intelligence 14, Wisdom 16, Charisma 14. He's got Perception plus 7, Stealth plus 7, being an owl hunting at night. He's got Resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks. His Fey magicalness there. Dark vision for 120 feet, being an owl again. Can speak Common and Sylvan. I've given him a challenge rating of 8. I think that's pretty even. He's got keen sight and hearing, innate spell casting. He can cast minor illusion at will, detect magic, disguise self, and mirror image 3 times a day. I've given him a multi-attack. Make an attack with his beak and his claws. And then he's got the Fey Mist. The Feywild Riddlewing releases a burst of magical mist in a 20-foot radius centered on itself. Creatures within the area must make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or become charmed for 1 minute. While charmed in this way, a creature perceives its surroundings as a shifting dreamscape and cannot take reactions. The affected creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself with a success. Yeah, fun Fey monster you can throw at your players. You can play him several different ways. You can just have him be a monster that swoops in to attack them, just if you wanted to throw him in as a random encounter, or you could have like a whole kind of like plot arc of one of your campaigns built around him. I'm heavily using him and some of my other monsters that I have homebrewed right now in a little Fey arc of my own campaign of my own. Quite fun to play with. Hopefully you guys can enjoy him as well. I'll have his stat block, same with the Dragonflower stat block. I'll have both of them ready and available in my Patreon. Anyone that wants to become a member for $1 a month, you get access to all my dungeon doodles, whether it be the dungeons or my homebrewed monsters. Alrighty, I am much happier with this version. Got the purple and the green and the colors, but I'll probably eventually down the line come back and redraw him and the Dragonflower. See if I can improve down the line. Hopefully I can. That's the whole point of all of this, right? And there you have it, the Feywild Riddlewing in all his glory. Hope you guys liked this video of me doodling out my 2 homebrew monsters. There'll be more homebrew monster doodle videos to come, but I think next time we'll be back to my usual doodling some dungeons. Check back next time. Hope to see ya. Peace out.